Hello guys, in this video I will show you how to build a cryptocurrency price tracker. So in our main script we are going to build a request, and for that we need an API key. The API key can be obtained in the website of CoinMarketCap. You can create an account and just ask for a key, and after you have your key you can begin to follow this guide. The request is going to be by HTTP protocol. If you don't know what that is, you can just search for it. There is a lot of information on the internet about it. And as I said before, it is going to communicate with the CoinMarketCap API that is going to give us back a response. We will treat that response to do the alerts that we want, and in our script we will have a main function that we'll call a CoinMarketMain method, then faces a logical decision. That is the decision of making a new data.txt file or just use the one that already exists. If the data.txt file exists, we are going to parse the response and then call the triggers. And if it doesn't exist, we will create it by calling the CoinMarketHealthCheck method and then parse the response. I'm doing this because I have limited requests in the CoinMarketCap API per month because it's a free account. And to avoid that, I'm going to create a file, and after the file is created, I can just debug and rerun the program without making any request. I will only make a new request if the data.txt file doesn't exist. In this example, don't worry too much about following the code because it will be available on my website that I will leave a link in the description below. Just focus on understanding the logic. So, first of all, you need these dependencies, the requests and JSON modules. I use pip-env to manage my dependencies, but you can also install the modules directly on your machine with pip install. If you don't know how to use pip-env, just check my another guide in the link that I will leave in the description. Jumping to our main method, here I just made up a method that basically just tests the GitHub API just to see if the requests are working, but this is not relevant for now. The main thing we will have to focus is how can we search for each specific coin in this program. So in our targets array, we will have Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ripple. These are the tags of the coins. It's not the full name, but it's what we need to search for in the request. So the first thing we can do is to iterate these targets array. So for each target, we will call the CoinMarketMain method. The CoinMarketMain method is the one below. This CoinMarketMain method will make the logical decision that I mentioned before. That is the parse response only if there is a data.txt file. This data.txt file will hold the response that we get from the API from CoinMarketCap server, and if we want to make a new request, we just run the program, then a data.txt file will be generated. If we delete this data.txt file, the requests to the API will be done again. So we will spend more credits on the free plan. Well, this parse response that I have here will run either there is a data.txt file or not. The thing that will be different is the CoinMarketHealthCheck method. It is not the great name for the method, but you can change it afterwards. So first we will see what the CoinMarketHealthCheck method does besides the parse response. The only thing that this method does is get the API key that I have in my method. This API key is a secret key that may only belong to you. I will give the code with a placeholder for you to put your key, but it has to be your key that you get from your account. Basically, here we have the URL or the endpoint that we will use to get our data, and the parameters are these that I have here. And all of these you can search in the documentation of CoinMarketCap why the request has to be structured like this, and you will understand how I did it. So basically, the only thing different is to make the new request, and then we parse the response. And after we parse the response, there is a data.txt file created. So this only runs if CoinMarketLCheck runs. The thing in common is going to be the parse response method that will, as the name indicates, parse the response from the server. I'm not going into detail about what is this structure, but you can see here the structure of the data. It's not trivial, but you can tinker with the code and just figure out how to extract the data that you need from the request. It's easier if you change existing code from another person because it will help you avoid some obstacles that you might have without that. But it is also good that you make things from scratch so you can learn. Back to the code. The last thing is the alert trigger function. So the alert trigger just passes in a low range, an high range, and the coin status. The coin status is going to bring an object, and basically it is an object that I created, and this will be on the code also. Basically, the coin status is just a simple object with some attributes that I instantiate when I call it. And after we have the coin status, you have all this information. After you have this information, you can make a decision and trigger an alert. This can be done on the console, as I'm doing it right now, or this can be done also to send an SMS or an email or whatever you like. You just have to search how to do it and basically implement in this logic. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section below, and make sure you check my website that I will leave in the description, bagocode.com. And if you support content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Thank you guys for watching, and see you later.